Hey guys, so I officially ran out of the rush tickets for daily missions today. Had 999 of those a while back, and now I have 0. So I had to do my dailies for the first time in a while. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here to go through my Warzone cards because someone asked to see those. As I mentioned, they will probably disappoint you, and I am fully aware they need work. But again, I'm not too much of a big spender, especially when it comes to cards. I think I have most of my Warzone team favorited, so they should come up at the front. Except Amajiki. Let's start with him. So here are his cards. He doesn't even have all 5 stars. I'm actually a little surprised he still has all anything. I have these heavy strikes on almost everyone. Breakthrough 2, and then I tried to get a second card on everybody just for overall BP. And then these are probably just some cards that I had just to increase his BP. If I were to really examine him, I would probably put some shields, because he's kind of a he's kind of a tank. Yeah, mostly focus on shields and maybe like buffing his allies, like Moonfish actually. Let's just put Moonfish on there because I have an extra one. Because, you know, buffing his allies when he dies will be good because he's gonna die. And I'll complete his set with a Cero, if I can find it again, from Hawks, because I don't play Hawks, so Hawks can have the 4-star now. Amajiki has been upgraded. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie to you, I've forgotten the teams. Here's Stain. I only have him at S. He doesn't even have any active cards on, so I'll throw at least a heavy strike on him. Everything else is in use, but by people that I might not care about. Momo doesn't need Toga, so Stain can have her. So, yeah, when it comes to him, this is the EX card that I have for him. Other than that, I think I mostly focused on, yeah, giving a buff when he gets damaged. This would actually be really good on Amajiki 2, and some shields and hyper armor. This I think is here because Anima is. Yeah, again, I haven't done a ton of research on Stain's like optimal card setup. It might be worth going through and doing that, but as you can see, I'm kind of looking through my cards here, and I mostly just have a couple good ones. So, that said, I might, yeah, I think I'll mention a little later in the video, I think Endeavor might be coming off of my Super Co-op, and if that's the case, I'll probably trade some of his cards over to Stain. Yeah, Endeavor, I'm not going to focus too much on this because, like I said, he's probably coming off, but same thing, I have the exact same setup on him, except this is his Lance card. He's kind of useless without his Lance card, but even with it, as I'm sure you were all seeing, he takes kind of a long time to charge up. So yeah, he just hasn't been serving too well. That's 3. here is Shoto Todoroki. See, Shoto's actually just missing a card altogether. I don't really know what to put on him, so for now I'm just going to see if I have a long wool on someone that I don't really care about, like regular Shoto. Just to complete that set, give him a nice little bump and some shields. He does have actives though. I try to keep actives on him. At least on my heavy hitters, you know. Here is Hato's current setup. So, actually, might as well just upgrade this. I had an extra cold shot. And let's see, her passives, or actives I mean, are usually like Rhodey and Mina, because the only time I use Hato is to buff somebody going for title in agency assessment, and I don't switch her cards out every time. Sometimes I actually do now because I use a different setup for that, but I really like Flecked on her. That's mostly for, yeah, that's just that one negated hit that can maybe save her. I think Flecked would also be really good on Mirio, anybody to stop enemy All Mights. I mean, that's just a good card in general. I don't think Mirio Togata is really good on her, to be honest with you. I was running him on her because she was there. So I'm gonna swap in Mustard. I don't know if that's actually that great, but Mirio's really good on Shoto, so I want him moved over. Yeah, but like I said, Hato's cards need some work too. I haven't done a showcase in a while, and doing showcases was usually when I really looked into cards, so that's why at the moment, not sure what's great on everybody. Here's All Might. All Might has himself, and the one EX card that I have drawn for him. He also has Moonfish. I think that's just a holdover from somebody else, but my All Might does die kind of quickly, so it's not terrible. And then Sero and Unconscious Monster. Unconscious Monster is really good on All Might. At least it was a long time ago, and I think that remains true. And then the actives are just there to drop actives. Now Froppy's setup, yeah, this one needs work. I've got actives, again, just to have her deal a little bit of extra damage. I like Kirigiri on Froppy. The reason it was not on her is because it was probably on Hato a little while ago for an assessment run, and I just never put it back. But I know that this isn't a great card, but Froppy does dodge a lot, so I don't know. It's not terrible. And then this is some shield just to give her some longevity. I did happen to get both of her EX cards, so I stuck those on there as well. Oh, I skipped over Deku. I have both of his EX cards. I have a ton of this one for some reason, but I was going to say the game loves giving it to me, but I think that this is the one that they gave away for free too, so just got a bunch of those. Aside from that, I have one copy of Muscular. I'm not sure why this is on Deku. I honestly don't... I don't know. It doesn't sound that great, and it's not really for the build on Deku that I have, but I think most of his cards went to Mirio, so that's probably why that's on there. We do have Dance with the Wind, which is, I believe, completely useless in Warzone. This is still just a relic of when I mained Deku in agency assessments, because it was pretty good there, but I don't think they can use ultimates in Warzone. So that needs to come off, you know, in creating a better team on that mode, but that is a discussion for another video and or another day. Today I'm just showing you what I was running and maybe giving some insight into why I lost. Okay, so let's see. We looked at Amajiki, Stain, Endeavor, Hado, Shoto, Deku, All Might, Froppy. Yep, last one is Mirio. His cards are stinking good. But again, it's Mirio. That said, I think I usually had Jiro on him for Warzone, which I do like. Not really sure how helpful it is if you happen to be in a situation where there's an invisible Froppy and other visible characters. Jiro might find Froppy. Overall, not great, but I believe it increases damage taken of nearby enemies. And then Mount Lady is just a massive damage boost. His EX cards, obviously. And I finally got Game Start, which is probably the single best card to put on Mirio, aside from maybe his own. Because it's all about penetration rate. And Cold Shot, because I like Cold Shot. Good crits. I had Mina on him because Mina is really good for single target boss damage, and we have the raid boss going on right now. But yeah, during Warzone, I had Jiro, and I do like her on there. So that's it. Those are the cards I had. Another quick thing that I wanted to address is every single time. I did get a lot of really helpful feedback on these teams. So I'll, you know, just because I'm not doing the video every single day necessarily, I am going to come back with more Warzone videos. I can try to do them consistently, you know, at least every day for a while if there's interest in it. But obviously I already missed a while this week, so I don't know. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see. But I'm going to be working on incorporating a few of these comments. Basically, one thing I know is Endeavor pretty much needs to come off. And I think I want Stain back there, and I'm going to figure out positioning a little later. And then I wanted probably Denki back here. Feels weird to take Endeavor off, but as we saw, his charge up was really bad. And frankly, Deku and Hado don't really need too much help, so Denki can maybe fill in that gap. So this is probably what I'm going to be using for a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to take your guys' suggestions and try to make a better team, put some better cards together, and then I'll come back with Warzone videos with a little bit more put together team. So I learned a lot from that week. I hope that it was helpful and entertaining for you guys too. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I hope you guys like this kind of content. I also I hope that, you know, you're interested in the streams that I'm working on. I've said this before, I'm not stopping my hero videos, but you know, not to be too negative, but the game does have a shelf life. and I am hoping to build a little bit beyond that. So please do check those out, and you know, show some support over there too. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Thanks.